Ready to explore Boston like a local? In just one day, you'll experience iconic landmarks like the Freedom Trail, hidden gems like Acorn Street, and delicious treats like Mike's Pastry. Stick around until the end for an insider tip that will make your visit unforgettable. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel itineraries and tips. Best time to visit Boston. The best time to visit Boston is from late spring to early fall, May to October. During these months, the weather is pleasant and the city hosts numerous events and festivals. Fall, in particular, offers breathtaking foliage, making it a picturesque time to explore. However, be prepared for larger crowds and higher accommodation rates during peak tourist seasons. Boston Airport tips. Flying into Boston Logan International Airport, you'll find it's conveniently located just a few miles from downtown Boston. Utilize the Silver Line bus, which is free from the airport to South Station, to connect with the subway system. Alternatively, a taxi ride to downtown Boston costs around $25 to $30 USD. Plan to arrive with ample time to navigate this busy airport and its extensive amenities, including dining, shopping, and free Wi-Fi. Where to stay in Boston? For an authentic Boston experience, consider staying in the Back Bay area. Known for its Victorian brownstone homes and upscale shopping, it's a prime location with plenty of dining options and close proximity to major attractions. Accommodations here range from boutique hotels at around $150 USD per night to luxury hotels costing upwards of $300 USD per night. For budget-conscious travelers, the Fenway-Kenmore area offers more affordable options, with hostels and budget hotels averaging $100 USD per night. How to get around Boston? Boston's transportation system is efficient and user-friendly, making it easy for visitors to explore the city. The Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, MBTA, commonly known as the T, operates subways, buses, and ferries. A Charlie card is a reusable, contactless card that offers discounted fares and can be purchased at any T station. A one-day pass costs about $11 USD and offers unlimited travel on the subway, bus, and ferry. For a more scenic route, consider renting a Blue Bike for around $10 USD per day, allowing you to cycle through Boston's charming neighborhoods and picturesque parks. Morning, Mike's Pastry. Start your day in Boston with a visit to Mike's Pastry, a beloved local institution perfect for fueling up for your adventure. Located on Hanover Street in the historic North End, Mike's Pastry is famous for its mouth-watering Italian treats, especially their unique cannoli. To beat the crowd, aim to arrive early in the morning when the shop opens at 8 a.m. If you wait until the afternoon, be prepared to queue for ages, no kidding. Mike's Pastry offers a variety of cannoli flavors, including chocolate-covered, Nutella, hazelnut, and strawberry. Each cannoli costs around $5 USD. If cannoli aren't your thing, don't worry. Mike has plenty of other delicious options. Try their biscotti, macarons, fig cookies, or a slice of ricotta pie. Their famous lobster tails, a cream-filled pastry, are also a must-try. Don't worry, there's no actual lobster in them. Prices for these treats range from $2 to $6 USD. Mid-morning, explore the North End. Mike's Pastry is conveniently located in the heart of the North End, just a 2-minute walk from the Paul Revere House. This means you can dive straight into exploring this vibrant neighborhood, also known as Little Italy. The North End is Boston's oldest neighborhood and is renowned for its incredible Italian food, hence your stop at Mike's Pastry. As you stroll through the narrow alleyways, you'll be greeted by the tantalizing sights and smells of authentic Italian dishes and treats. The area is also situated along the waterfront, so make sure to take a scenic walk along the harborfront. Some must-see spots in the North End include the Old North Church, Cups Hill Burying Ground, and of course the Paul Revere House. No one-day Boston itinerary is complete without visiting these historic sites. I recommend starting with the Paul Revere House, as it's just a stone's throw from your breakfast spot. Built around 1680, the Paul Revere House is the oldest remaining structure in downtown Boston. For a small fee of $5 USD, you can tour the home and get a unique perspective on the life of Paul Revere, the famous patriot, craftsman, and entrepreneur. Next, take a 5-minute walk to the Old North Church, the city's oldest church and one of Boston's most visited historical sites. Entry is 8 USD, and it's best known for its beautiful architecture and its role in Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. Finish your North End visit with a trip to Copp's Hill Burying Ground, the final resting place for many of the area's early residents. While it's free to explore, the rich history and serene atmosphere make it a worthwhile stop. Insider tip: right across from Copp's Hill Burying Ground, you'll find the Skinny House, the narrowest house in Boston. According to legend, two brothers inherited the land. One built a house while the other was away, leaving just a tiny strip of land for his brother. In retaliation, the returning brother built the Skinny House to block sunlight and ruin the view of his siblings' home. It's a fun, quirky sight to check out and snap a photo of. Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum. After exploring the North End, head to the Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum. It's a 25-minute walk from Copp's Hill Burying Ground, so give yourself some time to get there. If you plan to walk along the waterfront, make sure to stop by the Christopher Columbus Waterfront Park on the way. It's a lovely spot to take a break and enjoy the views. Even if you're only spending one day in Boston, this museum is a must-see. It's one of the best things to do in the city, and you'll feel like you've stepped back in time. The museum tour transports you to 1773, letting you become part of the famous Boston Tea Party. This political protest was against the British Parliament Tea Act, which aimed to save the East India Company by lowering its tea tax. During the tour, you'll learn about the events leading up to the Boston Tea Party and relive the battle through 3D holograms and live actors. You'll also get the chance to throw tea overboard and experience what it was like to be part of the Sons of Liberty. It's an interactive and engaging way to dive into American history. Tours last just over 60 minutes and start every 15 minutes. However, if you're visiting in the fall and winter, tours start every 30 minutes, so plan accordingly. Tickets for the interactive tour cost about 30 USD, and it's worth every penny for this immersive experience. Insider tip: purchase your tickets in advance online to save time and ensure your spot on the tour. The museum can get busy, especially during peak tourist seasons, so booking ahead can help you avoid long waits. Also, if you're interested in other historic sites in Boston, look into combo tickets that offer discounts for multiple attractions. Afternoon, Quincy Market. After your immersive experience at the Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum, head over to Quincy Market, a shopper's paradise and one of Boston's most popular tourist attractions, conveniently situated along the Freedom Trail. With over 100 different stores, artisan carts, restaurants, and pubs, there's plenty to do and see. But after a full morning of exploring, you're probably pretty hungry. Quincy Market offers an array of food choices to satisfy your appetite. I recommend stopping by Boston Chowder for a bowl of their famous Boston clam chowder. This delicious traditional dish is a cream-based seafood soup containing clams, diced potatoes, and onions thickened with crackers. A hearty bowl will cost you around 8 USD. If seafood isn't your thing, don't worry, there are plenty of other options. Try El Paso enchiladas for some tasty Mexican food, grab a hot dog from the Doghouse, or enjoy a slice from Regina Pizzeria. Most meals here will set you back around 10 to 15 USD. Finish your lunch with a classic Boston cream pie, a delicious 2-layer cake filled with vanilla custard or cream and topped with a chocolate sauce. A slice will cost about 5 USD, and it's the perfect sweet treat to cap off your meal. Insider tip: if you're a beer enthusiast, consider visiting the Sam Adams Boston Tap Room nearby. You can enjoy a variety of exclusive beers and relax while letting your food digest. Prices for a pint range from 6 to 8 USD. Freedom Trail. The Freedom Trail is a 2.5-mile, 4-kilometer path that connects 16 historic sites throughout Boston, all significant to the American Revolution. If you only have one day in Boston, this trail should be a top priority. Since you've already explored the Copp's Hill Burying Ground, Old North Church, and the Paul Revere House in the North End, let's continue the trail from where you left off. Start at Faneuil Hall, just a 1-minute walk from Quincy Market. Known as the Cradle of Liberty, Faneuil Hall hosts America's first ever town meeting, making it a crucial spot in American history. From there, head to the Boston Massacre site, a 4-minute walk away, where 5 civilians were tragically killed during a clash with British soldiers. Next, visit the Old State House, just a minute's walk from the Boston Massacre site. Then proceed to the Old South Meeting House, another 4-minute walk, and the Old Corner Bookstore just a minute further. Continue to the Benjamin Franklin statue, located outside the Boston Latin School, the oldest public school in America, founded in 1635. This is a 2-minute walk from the Old Corner Bookstore. From here, head to the King's Chapel, a 1-minute walk away, and then to the Granary Burying Ground, a 3-minute walk from King's Chapel. Next, visit Park Street Church, a 1-minute walk from Granary Burying Ground, and finish at the Massachusetts State House, just 3 minutes away from Park Street Church. While this may sound like a lot, this section of the trail can be comfortably covered in 1 to 2 hours. If you want a more in-depth experience, consider a 2.5-hour Freedom Trail walking tour, which costs around 15 to 20 USD. This guided tour will take you to all 16 sites, providing rich historical context. Alternatively, you can print out a Freedom Trail brochure and explore on at your own pace. Insider tip: wear comfortable shoes and bring a bottle of water. Boston's weather can be unpredictable, so having a light jacket or umbrella can come in handy. Additionally, many of these historic sites are free to visit, but some may ask for a small donation. Boston Common. Next up is Boston Common, just a 1-minute walk from the Massachusetts State House. Established in 1634, it's America's oldest park and an integral part of Boston's famous Freedom Trail. Boston Common is not only beautiful, but also the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of the city. Even if you're only spending a day in Boston, you deserve a bit of relaxation. Take a leisurely stroll around the park, ride the carousel, about 3 USD, or simply grab a drink and find a comfy spot to sit and people watch. Throughout the year, Boston Common hosts various events, so keep an eye out for any happening during your visit. While you might not be looking to work up a sweat after a day of exploring, there are tennis courts and basketball fields available if you feel like getting active. One of the best times to visit Boston Common is during the winter. You can enjoy sledding, and the Boston Common Frog Pond is famous for ice skating, with skate rentals costing around 15 USD. It's a magical experience that's well worth the visit. Late afternoon, Public Garden. Right next to Boston Common is the beautiful Public Garden, another perfect spot to relax in the city. Established in 1837, it was America's first botanical garden and offers a serene escape with its lush greenery and vibrant flowers. This Victorian-era garden is a treasure trove of beauty, featuring stunning floral displays, meandering pathways, and the famous Make Way for Ducklings statue. Inspired by Robert McCloskey's beloved children's book, these statues depict a charming duck family and are a must-see during your visit. While in the garden, don't miss the chance to take a ride on one of the iconic swan boats. These boats have been delighting visitors with lagoon tours since 1877. A ride typically costs 4.5 USD for adults and 3 USD for children. You might even spot the garden's resident swans who arrive in May and stay through the summer months. The public garden is also home to many exotic trees and plants, offering a feast for the eyes and a peaceful atmosphere. One of the most spectacular sights is the annual tulip display, where around 26,000 tulips bloom, creating a riot of color that's a photographer's dream. Evening, Beacon Hill and dinner. After a full day of exploring Boston's iconic sights and savoring delicious food, you might think your itinerary is complete. Not quite. Cap off your one day in Boston with a visit to Beacon Hill, one of the city's most historic and picturesque neighborhoods. Although it spans just half a square mile, Beacon Hill is brimming with stunning architecture, historical landmarks, charming boutiques, and an array of excellent restaurants. One must-visit spot to end your evening is Eggcorn Street. Eggcorn Street is one of the few remaining original cobblestone streets, making it a rare find and a beautiful spot to snap some photos. Another must-see in Beacon Hill is the Longfellow Bridge. Offering superb views of the harbor, especially at sunset, this bridge spans the Charles River and connects Beacon Hill with the Cambridge neighborhood. Walking across the bridge as a pedestrian, you'll be treated to a beautiful light display in the evening, making it an ideal way to end your day. For dinner, Beacon Hill has some fantastic options. If you're in the mood for Tuscan cuisine, head to Toscano. They serve flavorful, handmade pasta and delicious pizzas with a wide selection of wines. Expect to spend around 30 to 50 USD per person. Another great choice is the Paramount, known for its tasty food and cozy atmosphere, with dinner costing around 20 to 30 USD per person. Insider tip: make a reservation at Toscano to ensure you get a table, especially on the weekends. And for a casual dining experience, the Paramount offers a relaxed vibe perfect for unwinding after a busy day. If you find yourself with a bit of extra time, stroll down Charles Street, one of the city's best shopping areas, or wander around Lewisburg Square, one of the most affluent and picturesque areas in Boston. And that wraps up your unforgettable day in Boston. From historic landmarks to charming neighborhoods and delicious food, we hope you've enjoyed every moment of this journey. If you loved this itinerary, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel guides and tips. Share your favorite part of the day in the comments below and let us know where you'd like us to explore next. Thanks for watching and happy travels!